Hello, welcome to Crafting with Mrs. B. Today we're going to be making this lovely hanging heart-shaped garland. Now what you'll need for this is some card, wrapping paper. Most of us have wrapping paper around the house. Card is just, I'm using a cereal box. You can use a tissue box, not too thick. You'll need glue, pencil, scissors and a paintbrush with a thin stem and some wool. Also, to cut out the heart shape, I'm using this heart-shaped lid, which I happen to have. You could try cutting the heart freehand if you like. Okay, let's get started. Okay, what you'll need to do is draw your hearts out onto your card. So just pop it down. Use your pencil, draw around the lid. You will need 2 hearts. You need to cut them out. Okay. With the second heart, I would like you to fold it in half. Like that. And inside of that you're going to draw half a heart. So we'll start that there. I'm just going to roughly draw it on first to get the shape. Yes, I'm happy with that shape, and then I'm going to draw over it using my pencil like this. Lovely. Need to cut that part out. Okay, there we are. Now we have our middle heart, the one with the hole in, and you have your little heart. Also, you need to cut out another heart using the wrapping paper. So you can just put that on top of the wrapping paper, draw it out and cut that out. So that's what you will need there. And you will also need a small one. Okay, so this is, you should have 3 card hearts, one with the hole in, one smaller one, and then the wrapping paper cards and hearts cut out as well. Okay, let's move on to the decoration. Let's put these to one side. We'll start with the large heart first. Now, for that you will need your wrapping paper. What you need to do, cut it to sort of like a large rectangle shape. Then you need to cut it into strips. I'm going to say about 1 centimetre thick strips. Right, we'll cut out a few and show you how to do this. Right, like that. Then, with the back of that thin paintbrush, you need to roll the paper strip onto that. Make sure you keep it nice and tight. Keep rolling. When you get to the end, just press it down, give it a little push there. Pull it off gently. Squeeze it a little bit. Don't want it to unravel too much, and there you go. You have your first swirl. The first few might be a bit tricky, but you will get quicker at it. It's quite relaxing actually. There you go. And once I come to the end, I'll just press it, just twirl it between my fingers so it keeps its shape. Pull it off gently. Give it a little squeeze, and there you have it. Let's just do one more. So the back of my paintbrush, wrap it round, keep going, keep wrapping till you get right to the end. Make sure it's nice and tight. Just keep it pressed. Pull it off and there you have it, another perfect twirl. Okay, so I'm going to stick it down using PVA glue. Use a paintbrush for this. You need quite a lot of glue to make sure those swirls stick solid. So I'm just going to do this little bit here first. Right, the swirls, the little flap that's at the end, try to keep that onto the inside, not facing outside. There you go. First twirl is on, just press it down gently. Second one, make sure we got that in the right way. Beautiful. Press it down. Now, if you haven't got wrapping paper, you could use like maybe a magazine or pages from an old book even. There you go. Okay, that looks lovely. So you'll continue that pattern all the way around the rim, and then I suggest you fill in the middle. Now with mine, I've decided to do the blue on the outside, and then I've done a red heart, and then I've filled it out with the blue. But the choice is yours. You can have it one colour, you can just have different colours all over. It's entirely up to you. Once you've covered the whole thing, you must let that dry. Okay, then let's move on to the big one. Right, you'll need wool for this. Now what I've done, out of my ball of wool, I've cut off a bit and just sort of rolled it up to make it more manageable. So we'll use this first. But before that, I would like to create the hanging string of my garland. Now just put that to one side. What I need to do is just measure out about, just stop that again, measure about, that's 30 centimeters there. I'm going to say maybe about 40 centimeters just for this part here. Let's attach that on. Just create a loop at the top and loop it through. Pull it, tighten that knot there, then you have a loop. Okay, so that's going ready to attach on. I think what we'll do is cover this first and then attach that one afterwards. I think that will be a lot easier. So let's start with our covering first. Unravel it a little bit. So what you need to do, just to secure it in place, double knot it. Make sure the knot is in the back. Just cut off the bit. Right, so what you need to do is put that wool through, or wrap it over the cardboard, pull it through again, just pull it a little bit, wrap it around, and continue that way until you've covered the whole of the card. Keep going. Unravel it as you go. Well, you can do it like that, and then just sort of push it so it's all together. None of the white card is showing. Keep going until you finish all of that wool. You'll need more wool. You won't get too far with this. You probably get up to about there. Then you could attach some more wool on and just continue that process until you've covered the whole heart. Looks absolutely lovely. Now if you've got different coloured wools, you can do that if you choose. That will look quite nice. If you are using a ribbon instead of wool, that will be quite nice as well. Then you can also use the ribbon for the hanging part as well. Okay, so you will continue with that, covering everything. Right, well, I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to cut this off, but you will continue to finish yours off. Just going to tuck that in so it doesn't unravel. Okay, so when you've done that, when you've covered the whole thing, you can attach the long piece of string on, knot it, double knot it. There we are. Just pull that one through again, secure it, and then just cut off that little bit there. Okay, so you have that part there. Now, your piece, when the top part of that, when you've finished all the decorating and it's dry, you need to flip it over. We need to put glue on the back, so I'm just going to squirt it out a little bit there. Use my brush, put the glue all over. Make sure you get it right to the edges. Make sure you got it all over. Position your string in the center, leaving a few centimeters in between there, like that. Push it down, and then the wrapping paper hop that you cut earlier, you can position that on the back, and it just hides that wool, and it just looks a lot neater and hides all the cereal box at the back. There you go, beautiful. Okay, now there. And your smaller heart, you will do exactly the same as that, the top one. Roll it up, stick it on. When you have finished that, you'll need some more wool. Attach it on the bottom of the wool heart. You will tie a couple of knots, and just like you did with the top one, you will put glue on your decorated piece, stick it down, put your heart in the middle. Make sure you leave a little bit of gap there. Oops, it's a bit sticky now. Pop it there. Make sure you leave a little bit of gap there, and the smaller heart that you did cut out earlier, pop it on top, press it gently into place, cut off the bit that you don't want. There you go. So the back will look something like this, and you will have a finished garland which looks like this. Now in the back of my one I've used brown card, but on the other one I showed you how to do it with wrapping paper. There you have it, your finished garland. We should look like this, very pretty, and you can hang it up anywhere you like. Really effective. Hope you enjoy making this, and I will see you next time. Bye now.